October the 15th, 2025. We are here at Washington Farms in Oconee County, Watkinsville, Georgia. We're going to walk the pumpkin field, pumpkin patch, and just see what we can find. We've got all kind of stuff going on here. Several school systems are here with kids roaming around. They're having hay rides, or I guess farm tour rides, but without the hay. So I know they have a corn maze. They have all kind of stuff going on. He's got a lot of kids here. We're going to try very hard to avoid any children because of YouTube restrictions and safety and all that kind of stuff. Their pumpkins are priced by the pound. Some of these are $1.50 each. They have some prices on some of them, but we may have to get us a little pumpkin, another little gourd, whatever they want to call them. I haven't seen any of the prize pumpkins that we used to be able to get. They've got ice cream, they've got kettle corn, slushies, donuts, all kind of stuff over there to eat. I haven't found any of the prize pumpkins, what I call the prize pumpkins that I used to get out at the farmer's market now in, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. Since the older gentleman passed away, he had a lot of Native American in him they were up from Michigan. And they would bring their prize pumpkins down, and they were huge, and I'd buy 4 or 5 a year and have them out front of the house. But since he passed away, the younger generation has, I think, modernized the marketing and all of that stuff, and so I think those prize pumpkins, you used to be able to find them here, and you used to be able to find them at the Publix, sometime at Kroger. You could find them at different places, different locations. But here the last 4 or 5 years, I'm pretty sure since he passed away, they are selling those prize pumpkins by the field before they're even picked, before they're ripe or anything. So, like I said, the younger generation is modernizing and doing some stuff. And that older gentleman, before he passed away, and I've forgotten a lot of what how he used to tell me, he would read the pumpkin. Now these, I guess you would actually consider jack-o'-lanterns. Yeah, the pumpkins aren't really orange. They're more of a yellowish, and they're not in a shape like this. They're more individualistic, to say the least. And I'm not sure, I think these green looking ones are ghost pumpkins. And they've got different prices per pound on this stuff. But getting back to the older gentleman, he conveyed to me how to read the pumpkin. I had forgotten most of how he told me to read the pumpkin. But one thing was really important, was the stem. He said, you've got to find the right stem, and then the markings, the rain markings, the moon markings, shooting stars. The pumpkins will record astronomical, moon, rain. They will record all sorts of stuff on their skin. But you have to know how to read them. And he went through, I bought 4 or 5 every year from him. And so he always liked seeing me come and visit with him. I love to visit and talk with him too. And so he started telling me about the stories of how to read the pumpkins. I wish I could remember. I'll have to make up some stuff. We'll have to see if we can find I don't know that we'll be able to find a pumpkin like he used to sell. All this stuff is jack-o'-lanterns. All these pumpkin patches are jack-o'-lanterns, or these ghost pumpkins and stuff, or the crazy type gourds. But we'll see. We'll look through here, roam around, and see a lot of these have been picked or cut or whatever, and the stem is either missing or very, you know, it's not what he would call a very good pumpkin. A nice, thick, long stem is what we're looking for. One like that, but see, that's green. I don't know that that's going to cure out properly. Yeah, but you got Greene County Schools, Barrow County Schools, Oconee County Schools. Several different school systems are here with the kids visiting the farm, and that is really good, but then you know what, then too, these are all, we're not rural, but they're not city schools. City kids, you know, I hate to say anything negative about school system, but the city schools systems in particular, I think, are doing a huge disservice to our country and generation. They don't emphasize things that are really important. Yeah, see, we're not seeing any really nice stems. I don't know if they were cut. And see, here's a pretty nice one. Pretty nice pumpkin. Looked like there's a rain mark on it there too. You can see the stem was underneath that one. And he would tell you about that too, and how the pumpkin would roll. How the pumpkin would roll over and record different events. And that's one way that the stem would get twisted. That the pumpkin, with the roll of the pumpkin. I'll try to remember things as we walk through here and make comments about the stuff, but I'll have to make up some stuff. Yeah, but the rain marks and the storms, the lightning marks, all of this stuff, if you can find a true old Native American, especially maybe, I don't know about, pumpkins don't grow that big down here. We don't have the cold nights that pumpkins really need. I think there's a fungus or something, fungus among us, that will attack the pumpkins as well. There goes a military helicopter. Yeah, see, this stem here is going to be rotten. I don't think that's going to cure out that good. But he could tell you a lot about the pumpkin from the stem, reading the stem itself. Looks like a lot of this has been picked over pretty good. I'll say we're going to do everything we can not to get children and stuff in the... There's an interesting one. A lot of butterflies still in the early fall still. Early autumn. We've had very limited success at growing pumpkins ourselves. We've had a couple of pretty nice pumpkins. A couple that were larger than this one, but not many. Most of our pumpkins don't make it to maturity, the ones we grow. I'd really love to be able to grow a prize pumpkin, a 500-600 pound pumpkin. Did I give y'all the temperature? 75 going to 80 today. Down to about 55 tonight. Clear, absolutely beautiful autumn weather. John Millage Academy, where are they at? 1971. I don't know where they are located. Yeah, see, we're not seeing. Now that is a nice stem. I like the coloring on it too. I guess it's still maybe not as mature yet, but I like that one. I do like that. It's got that slash in the skin. A couple of them is probably going to rot before it matures. And one thing else I would do when I bought pumpkins, I would clean them up good and wax them. You know, it's the air, the oxygen. The bugs will get in and bite them and expose the tender flesh, or they'll get a cut on them. And the air is what will rot a pumpkin. I've had a couple of pumpkins that lasted. I had one that lasted into June the next year. I kept it waxed, and I tell you, it was a really strange. Well, I keep saying pumpkins, but it was a jack-o'-lantern. I got it from Kroger, and I would take it around and find garden gates, red garden gates, and different places appropriate for the fall and the autumn, and I would place it in front of them and get pictures. Now there's a nice stem. Still not as fat or as long as we would like, but like I say, down in the south, I don't know that we're going to get really the big pumpkins or the really nice stems. And that is a nice one there. So it's short and stubby, but it's a nice stem. Let's see if we can find a pumpkin that I might be able to read a little bit for you. This one here got these spots. I think those are constellation or planetary spots. I think that pumpkin has recorded some locations of some different stars or planets during the night. I don't know how someone would verify that for me. You might be able to get a picture of that and compare it with a star chart, maybe. See if something like that could be found. Those bumps and ridges, that had a meaning, but I can't remember. I don't think it was storms. What was that? Yeah, I wish I could remember everything he told me, because he would tell me something different almost every year. He'd come up with, tell me more about the reading of the pumpkins. There's a nice, really deep orange one there. We're going to try to put this video together and upload it before we leave. This is a 5G spot. We have so much trouble trying to upload, trying to get our videos uploaded. If y'all in the area, Oconee County, Athens, Clark County, or this is Oconee County. Here's another nice stem. There's a little pumpkin, look. He won't have time to make it to maturity. I don't know what I don't know if these are wildflowers or what they are. These little morning glory type flowers. You see them a whole lot along railroad tracks. This little orange variety. There's just a butterfly, a flutterby. There's just a flutterby. Get it, buddy? Get you some nectar, something to eat. Where'd you go? I can't see you. There he is. He, she, whatever. I'll call everything he by default, I guess, unless it looks feminine. Yeah, y'all come out to Washington Farms here in Watkinsville and check out everything. I think at night they have a lot of stuff. I say they got that big slide. Check out this. Is this a ghost pumpkin, they call it? Yeah, see, and these jack-o'-lanterns, they just do not show the recording of the events as well. Now see, I think that there may be lightning or shooting stars, one or the other, those marks there. I don't know that I've seen a rain mark or a moon mark yet. Yeah. Call me crazy if you want to. I don't care. I've been crazy all my life. That may be a shooting star mark there. And then some rain and storm marks up here. Maybe. Uh-oh, it reversed. It's showing Ricky Ticky Tack. Y'all don't need to see Ricky Ticky Tack. There we go. Still some pumpkin blooms and some little ones coming along. I had a bunch of gourds, and I would pollinate the gourds with a Q-tip. Male and female flowers are easy to identify, and I would pollinate them. Got some interesting ones. I had a cross between a snake gourd and some other kind of gourd. Yeah, and see, look at all these little morning glory resembling blooms. Okay, this video is 19 minutes, almost 18 minutes long. We'll be turning it off here in a minute. It'll be a 20-minute video. Maybe we'll get some individual pumpkin pictures and farm pictures. That is Georgia Highway 53 up there. To the right is east towards Watkinsville. To the left is US 78 going towards Winder. And about another mile there, down there you will hit US 78, which turning left would take you west. East will take you into Athens. And there's our 2019 van. We're out in it today. We have checked with Gemini and our Google Assistant, and she's given us more information about what could be causing the problems with it, and we're going to be investigating that more and hopefully get that resolved. There you go, Flutterby. Let's get, what are you going to do? You're not going to land and let us get a good picture? There's us a little yellow Flutterby. What you doing, buddy? Oh, light somewhere. Let us get a picture. There you go.
Over there?
Where'd you go? Okay. Here's one right here too. Where is it? I don't see it. There it is. There. Okay, let's maybe go ahead and cut this one off. Maybe try to get a couple of individual pictures and then put it together and see if we can get it uploaded in a reasonable period of time. Now here's an interesting pumpkin. Look at that stem. It's all little bitty, dried up, and the shape of the back of it back here. You can tell it's been sitting on the ground there, and the stem crossed it. This may be, that may be an astrological sign representing maybe a constellation, or I mean, not literally a constellation there. That would be more like a galaxy. And I think I'm remembering this correctly. A vine, either, because these are gourds, either pumpkin or the traditional gourd vine, can produce male and female blooms so that it can pollinate itself. Someone can check that as well and see if I'm correct in saying that, but I think I am. Now here's this mixed color, deep green and more of a yellow. It's got a nice stem, real nice stem, especially for its size. If it was a larger pumpkin, it would really have a good stem. Half a notion to buy that one. I think we may just get us a couple of those little bitty ones to put up on the dash to drive around with. Say we're trying to avoid children. Okay, let's work our way back up there. We'll get some individual pictures of some of the products up there, and then try to put this together and get it uploaded. Yeah, when I pick out pumpkins, I try to, pumpkins, Christmas trees, anything like that that is a natural product. I try to find the oddity, not the prettiest, but maybe what most people would consider the ugliest. To me, those are the ones that speak to me. There's you a pumpkin bloom. I think that one's a male. I think you got the male pollen in there, but I'm not sure. I've forgotten. Yeah, I like to find the oddest, the craziest shape, the nicest stem, or like I say, on a Christmas tree, try to find one with a bare spot. When you decorate them, they'll always be really nice. There's a little bit of an oddity, but not enough. I haven't seen an oddity enough that's gonna, that one there. I haven't seen one though that has spoke to me to a point of buy me. Okay. There's a crazy one over there. Oh, he'd been shot with a shotgun, doesn't it? That could be another constellation there. Somebody check that out and see if you can find that star chart that could represent. And the reading of the pumpkins must be a passed down art. I've tried to Google it. I may try it again, but I have not been able to find it. I'll ask Gemini. I tell you what, I've been using Gemini, and she has been giving me all sorts of absolutely great information. Chemistry, physics, astrological, astronomy, automotive repair and troubleshooting and problems. Gemini has been really on the ball for me. Okay, well, let's just get some individual pictures inside there, then we will wrap this up. Okay, let's see if we can find us one or two with some really strange stems. There's one. I think we'll grab that one. Yeah, let's get him. You see the got a little twist down there. Oh, look at that one. There's a pretty neat one. And see, we'll wax the stem and the little pumpkin and try to hopefully preserve them. We may spray them with a clear finish. We'll see. We'll figure out what to do with them. Also, I think we'll get those two. There's another nice stem. Okay. Well, I think we've got it. We'll wrap this up. Heirloom, $1.50 a pound. That's going to give you a few bucks there. Okay. That's it.